Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, December 4th. This is the Jess Strom Show. I'm your host, Katie Tetzlaw, and we are with a very, very special guest today, Miss Trinity BALOG. We got a sophomore guard from Parkersburg, West Virginia. Trin, how are we doing today?
We're doing good.
Doing
great.
Good? Doing great. Great day to be a Vulcan.
Always.
There you go. And so we had early morning practice. Tell us a little bit about your day. Like, how did your day start off? We had practice. Tell the viewers what you've been doing all morning long. Now, it's only what time? 11:11. Oh, is that a say a wish?
Make a wish.
Make a wish,
Make
baby.
a wish.
I got one.
I got one.
I got a couple.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, I got a couple. So tell the viewers a little bit about your day so far.
So starts off, wake up 5 in the morning. And
You get up at 5?
Yeah.
You have a little bite to eat before practice or no-go? Like what
Yeah,
kind of?
I always eat.
Yep. What did you have this morning?
Cheerios, dry Cheerios in the locker room.
Dry Cheerios in the locker, Honey Nut Cheerios in the locker room.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, one of my faves.
So do that, practice at 6, till 8. Maybe a little bit over, depends on how we're doing. But today was a good practice, so we got out pretty early, and then trying to get a hold of all this homework that I have to do and finish some editing on this huge project I have, and then went to class, and then, yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Yep, and here we are. And so finals time, always a really tough time to be a student athlete around this time, finishing up your games before you head into Christmas break, trying to clear up things before finals. Tough?
If you're a procrastinator, yeah, it's tough because usually teachers give you enough time to like a couple weeks, but some people, like myself, like to wait till the last minute. So the last like couple days before finals and the week of finals, yeah, that can be a little stressful.
So would you say that you are a procrastinator?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Not me at all. Gives me an uneasy feeling, especially during important times. But do you find yourself thriving at that time? Like, hey, it's the final hour. I got to get things done.
Yeah, I definitely am like, okay, well, I want to get this done before 8 p.m. And then it's like I always finish on time.
Yep.
But then during the week, sometimes I get in like homework moods and I'll just bust it all out right there.
Yep.
But not often.
For sure. And so can you believe that we were already 9 games into this year?
No.
It is December 4th, 9 games in. Number one, I can't believe it's December. 2, can't believe that we're 9 games in. Is it flying by for you?
Yes. I feel like we were just running the 300-yard shuttles.
So you feel like preseason just wrapped up?
Wait, I don't know. Because like I feel like
We've been
in the
practicing for a little
time,
bit?
yeah, I feel like during the time, the days go by like fast. But then like if I sit here and look back, it actually is like,
Feels
okay,
like a while ago.
that makes sense. Like, yeah, I guess it doesn't actually feel like I just ran the 300s. I feel like practice feels like that,
But
but
we've
like
been going a long
conditioning and like preseason, that feels like forever away.
like a
yeah.
distant memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I actually feel the same way. I feel like we just started, but I feel like we just started practice. Like preseason feels like it's been some time.
Yeah.
Even though it really, kind of technically hasn't.
Yeah.
But it feels like there's a big gap because, of practices and games that we played.
Well, we also started playing, like, we only had like a week of practice, I feel like, a week or two,
Yeah.
and we were playing.
We
so
started
it's like,
early, obviously playing in the CCA tournament. We started a little bit early with those first 3 games,
Yeah.
and then kind of like out of the gate, it was like boom, 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 boom. Now we had a little bit, I don't want to say a break, but played on Monday, don't play till Saturday. Do you prefer back-to-back games, or do you prefer that gap with film and practice a lot? Like, what is your preference?
I like a quick turnaround. So like playing
Yeah.
like a Monday and a Thursday.
You would love that?
Yeah, that's what
Ideal
I like.
for you?
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be. The weeks are a week is way too long. But then like,
Is that because of the so many practices in
yes,
between?
like we've been practicing for a while.
Yeah.
Like, so we are ready to play. We're sick of playing against each other. So I feel like we just want games. But then your body, like when we played those 3 back-to-back games, it was like, whew,
Was that rough?
yeah.
Obviously I don't play. I know in terms of the fatigue level of like scouting and getting ready and getting laundry and doing all that, like that amp up. But I don't know that playing 40, 40, 40 or, 20, 20, 20, whatever it is.
Yeah.
In 3 back-to-back days is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done it. Except for like, AAU when you had 900 games in 2 days.
Yeah, but I tell
different.
people this all the time because, like, in high school we used to do back-to-back games, but it don't feel like college now. Like, in high school, AAU, like, you're not playing defense.
Yeah,
Like, no. In AAU, you're not
I
playing
played
defense.
defense in AAU.
No, you didn't.
Sure did.
Well, sorry. You're the only one. If you went to an AAU tournament right now, you would see nobody playing defense the way we play defense during season. Be for real. You played your defense.
I mean, I've seen a lot of pressing teams in AAU, so like that press for the entire game. So I don't know.
Oh, maybe I was just on the wrong circuit or something. But definitely not in high school. Like,
No,
you
I
did
don't
not
think
play
it's, like,
defense in high school.
The physicality level.
Yes, like the
I would
up
say
and
that.
down, the shot clock. Like, you're not going that fast.
True story. I mean, but I still think people push the pace a little bit. But again, the shot clock adds another element of things. I totally agree with you on that. All right, so let's talk about season so far. Obviously, dropped some games, seen some improvement. Where do you think the Vulcans are right now in terms of getting ready for PSAC play coming up on Saturday?
I feel like our wins could be in a better spot going into PSAC play, but I feel like the way we've been practicing in our last game against ASHLAND, like, we're in a pretty good spot going into PSAC play. Like, I feel like we've built a good, like, semi-chemistry, like, we're good. So now it's just like we just have to put it all together for PSAC play. So
Yep.
I think we're in a good spot. Obviously, we could be, like, better in the win column, but I think we're pretty good.
Yeah. Now, Trinity, we had Alicia Young on the show, and we kind of talked a little bit about, this was last week, or 2 weeks ago, whatever time that was, about her being from her freshman year to her senior year. I want to talk to you about the jump that you have made from your freshman year to your sophomore year, about what you think has been the big difference. Like, obviously you were got hit with a little bit of an injury bug last year, but like in terms of just everything, tell me about the big difference that you see in yourself from your freshman to sophomore year.
I would say just more confidence. Like, you know the system. So like you did it for a year, so now it's like you should know, like you shouldn't have to be like second guessing yourself. Like, am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be doing this? And I feel like also the team having confidence in me has made it like easier for me, because it's like now when I make a play call, it's like they'll just roll with it.
Yep.
Like last year being a freshman, like, it's more like you have that label as a freshman, even though you could be getting minutes, you could be doing this in practice, you still have the label as like freshman, go get the balls, freshman, do this. So it's like they're not going to trust you as much as someone that's been here. Now I've been here for going on 2 years. So it's like I got the system down and they just have more trust. So that gives myself more trust. Like I can like relax and just let the game come to me.
Yep. And what do you know about the big difference, like in terms of the way you're playing from last year to this year? Do you think difference? Do you think, besides obviously having that understanding and that knowledge, like, do you think you're playing differently?
I would say, yeah, I'm definitely playing differently. Obviously, last year I was playing like how I am now, but then I got injured, so it was like whatever. But now this year, like, obviously I put in a ton of time outside of season in the summer. So it's like I feel like I just came back a different player. Yep. So I would say I definitely play like with more pace, and I just play like, I feel like if you looked at me last year, you would kind of feel like I didn't know what I was doing on the court. Like I was kind of just out there. But now like you could be like, I feel like I actually make an impact. Like me being on the court makes a difference.
Yep.
So I feel like I just fixed my game and just became more confident and just
absolutely.
better. I feel like I'm just a better all-around player and a better leader, better offensively, better defensively for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like everything just like actually came together this year.
That's awesome. And as we get into PSAC play, like what are you, or even any games that we're playing coming up? Obviously we're going on the road to BLOOMSBURG. Before we get into that, tell me about your love for away trips. Do you still have that love?
Yes.
Like, I have never seen someone that loves to go on the road more than Trinity BALOG, ever in my whole career. Why? Do you just love road trips?
I don't know why. I just love being out of here. Like, I love Cal U, but like just playing somewhere else, and I just feel like being on the road, it makes it feel like a real game. Like, when we play it here, it's kind of like, it's like weird. I was just explaining this to someone the other day. I was like, it doesn't feel like we have a game. Like, we just shoot around, go to class, just go take a nap, do whatever. But it's like when we're on the road,
your schedule doesn't change much whenever we're here.
Yeah.
But isn't that an advantage? Like you kind of have your routine. You kind of like the no class, the feeling of just being like almost a professional athlete.
Yeah, I just like to go on the weight trips. You know, we have our breakfast. We have, depends on what time we play. We could have lunch. We could have shoot around, and then it's like we really get ready in the locker room. And then also on a weight trips, like we're just really like a team. Like you can feel it. And I obviously love just being
around your
teammates. I
teammates.
don't room with my teammates like here. So like when I go on a weight trips, I'm rooming with my teammates. And so it's like you could put me in any room and I'm going to have fun. Like I just like being on the road. I like being around everybody. Like it's just fun.
And I will say, I mean, as much as you wanted to play games, we had a huge game night the last trip and you were all about the games and somehow you missed the games. You missed Pass the Pig. You missed Pickle Problems. I mean,
y'all played all those?
So listen, we were there, and you know, I felt like you were the driving force behind the games, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't find you.
Well, you played the games I didn't want to play. So there you go. I wanted to play Bananagrams.
We had a time.
I wanted to play Bananagrams, and no one wanted to play.
I love Bananagrams, so I would have played with you.
Well, if you wanted to play Pass the Pig.
Pass the Pig is amazing. It's so much fun with a group of people.
You got to bring them this weekend.
I already have it packed.
Okay.
We're already squared away with the game night.
Where are we doing it? Are we doing it in the lobby again?
I think we were a little loud last time in the lobby, so I think we might have to bring that. And I don't want to say loud because we weren't disruptive, but it was fun. Like Skylar still made me laugh so hard. I don't know why. She was like, it was so funny because I feel like you might have been that if you were there. Mm-hmm. She was like the voice of reason. And I'm like thinking, she's like, nope, I think you should pass. I think you should go for it. And people were listening to her. And I was like cracking up. Like we had such a great time, but we did miss you because I think you'd have been a huge part of game night.
Yeah.
So next time,
I'll have to hop on it this weekend.
No doubt. I mean, you have to join.
Yeah.
You would love it. So let's talk about getting back into the game. So as we come into Bloomsburg at Bloomsburg, going to PSAC play, Bloomsburg at Bloomsburg this Saturday, 1 p.m. Then we have Robert Morris away at Robert Morris. Pardon?
A whole week, right?
A whole week.
That's the worst. Great.
Well, you love practice. Come on now. I mean, it's tough.
When you're on the winning team.
But what are you most looking forward to?
Starting PSAC play?
Yeah, just like these upcoming games. Like, what do you think that we can prove?
That we belong. Like, I feel like people would look at our record and be like, this isn't Cal U, which obviously, if you're just going to look at someone's record, you would be like, yeah, that's not really Cal U. But if you looked at our previous game and you watched it and saw how hard we played, even though we came up short, like, you saw our fight, you saw our defense, like, that's how Cal U plays. So I think I'm excited just to show them that we're still here. We're still the Cal U that has been here for 10 years, 15 years. So I think it will be good to just prove ourselves.
That's awesome.
I think we're going to get this win.
And as we head into the Christmas season, Trin, you know, if Santa could come down and say, you know, what are a few things that you would like, you know, what do you think that you would say to Santa, you know, on your list this year? What are some hot ticket items for Trinity BALOG?
Definitely some new canes.
Oh, listen, canes. Let me tell you.
Sponsor us, please.
Cal U women's basketball is a huge fan of canes.
We love you.
Like, we love you. Recovery shoe, best shoe around. So is that what you're looking forward to?
Yeah, probably that and some new clothes, just like the basic things. I would love a new phone, but phones are so outrageous
You would
nowadays.
like a new phone? See, I don't even need a new phone. It doesn't really impress me. You like to have the newest?
I don't need the newest, but I just feel like it's time. Mine's got a little cracks in it. The camera's getting a little funky, so I think a new phone, like I need some new storage. I feel like, and like if you're doing like a big gift, most people have like a big gift and like the little gifts, like a phone would be like good. Or I need new headphones. That's definitely a need.
What kind of headphones do you rock?
So my roommates, I usually use their Beats, but then they go on their trips, so then I'm headphoneless. So
wait, you don't have headphones at all?
I use these Apple headphones. They're real expensive, like the real expensive ones.
You just don't like them?
They don't
Fit
work. No, they don't work. Like
I think about returning them.
No, I didn't buy them.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like a gift to me for college. Like these will get you through college.
Work?
Yeah, so like unless they're completely dead. So like I'm making sure they're completely dead, so I'll have them for the road trip, and then I'll leave them unplugged all weekend. And then on Saturday when we go back, hopefully they're completely dead, or it will be like, or I'm sitting right beside you and I'm annoying you the whole bus ride.
I don't mind it. I love chit chat.
Last time you were shopping, so.
Oh, I had to shop.
Yeah,
I had
we'll
to do
figure
some
out
shopping.
we'll figure out what we're gonna do this Saturday.
Absolutely. Anything is on the table for this weekend. I actually might do some more shopping on the road, or I like to watch film or shop, or depends on the season. So, any last little things that you'd like to say? Any shout outs to anybody, or any comments about play or school, or anything that you'd like to share with the viewers?
Nope.
You're all good?
We're going to get some wins for you guys.
There you go. So you heard it from Trinity BALOG, getting ready for Bloomsburg, getting ready for the holiday season, and we will be right back with Miss Jess Strom right after the break. Welcome back to the Jess Strom Show. We're here with Coach Jess Strom. Jess, how you doing today? We just again had this conversation about where to put our hands. It's really, being at a desk is very different for us.
Yeah.
We're not typically at a desk. I feel like I should have better posture. My hands should be placed somewhere, but
we are not very domesticated.
Oh.
And my chair has one arm. There we go.
Also, fun fact, heard we're going to be on Spotify radio, the Jess Strom Show.
We're famous.
Like we're just going global. I'll tell you what, I always thought I had a face for radio, so that makes
I'd be terrible on radio because I don't really talk, so it'd just be silent.
Like, what would you do as a radio host? I'd be like, hey, Jess, like, talk about you. Like,
Yeah.
But you do talk about hoops.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
And we talk a lot of things. Yeah.
This radio would not be.
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah. No.
I think that would be my dream job if I didn't coach basketball. I would be like a radio host / DJ. Could you see that?
Yeah, I could see that.
But I jumble my words sometimes. So I don't know if that would, my voice doesn't really have that radio sound. Like, you know how some people have like that amazing voice?
Yeah. Casey Kasem.
Where did that name the top 40? First of all, I used to listen to that all the time.
Exactly.
And just so you know, were you one of those people that when you were younger and you had your little stereo boombox and you would record?
Yeah, for sure.
You would wait till your favorite song came on and you record it and then you could play it back?
Wasn't it like the top 8 at 8?
I don't, yeah.
Something like that.
I also listened to Whammo. Remember the roll call?
Yeah.
Albie Silk.
Yeah, for sure.
I called, just so everyone's aware, I called Whammo like almost every day and tried to get on so I could rap. What did that sound like? Honestly, what did that sound like? That had to be insane. Did you ever get on a roll call?
No.
You would have never called?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I lived for that and would love to like hear people from different neighborhoods. So fun. Anyway, shout out Whammo, Albie Silk. So, talking about the Vulcans and basketball. ASHLAND, we played this past Monday in a really, really tight game. A game that had its ups, its downs, its intense moments, overtime game. First overtime game for the Vulcans this season. Was that last year when we had like 5 in a row?
Yeah, we had a few in a row last year.
So, but first overtime game for us, a tight game. Talk to us a little bit about ASHLAND.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously coming off of Thanksgiving, we gave 4 whole days off for Thanksgiving. So you kind of worry about when you come back, you know, like that's a long time if you're not doing anything.
I was shocked, by the way, when I first got that calendar and we talked about practicing that we had that many days off.
Well, our last game was Sunday, so it kind of worked out. Whatever. I don't mind. I really believe they need breaks too. Like, go wherever you go for Thanksgiving and, you know, like relax a little bit. I almost changed my mind after our Westchester performance, but we still had a break. So coming back, you kind of like don't know what to expect. Like everybody knows the first practice back is
the worst. You know that as a player.
Like you just know you're probably going to run a little bit. Like it's probably going to be tough. So I was actually really, really happy with how they responded in the ASHLAND game, because the first game after break is sometimes like it's a slow start, right? And I felt like for the first time for the whole game, maybe not the second quarter so much. So 3 out of 4 quarters, we were ourselves. Like
who we wanted to be.
We really focused on these 3 practices back after Thanksgiving, like on our defense, how we want to play, like who our identity is, who we wanted to be. And I think that game we came out and we tried to execute that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And it was like kind of fun. You know, when you play like that and you play that tough, there is a sense of pride that comes out.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I always say. Like, if you're going to play that hard and lose, like, we hate losing. But you can take that because, you know, we played really hard.
Yep. It kind of just slipped away.
Yeah, like, there were a few plays here and there that I feel like could have won the game for us. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, our effort was really good.
Yeah, and to me, we're not great losers.
No, actually terrible.
Yeah, I will admit that about myself. I know you're not a great loser, which I think is probably why we're probably in this profession. It's probably why you've had so much success as a head coach, Jess. You're not great at losing.
No.
I think there's a level of expectation that comes with being here and the program and the pride that you have for this program in the past and the present and the future. But you're like kind of you're not okay, but you're okay.
Yeah, I think you're okay, like, with the effort. You don't go home mad at effort. I went home and I was up all night just like replaying what we could have done here, what we could have done there, what we should have done. But it was nothing about, like, I went home from Westchester like, oh no.
Same.
Yeah, so I think it's just a different feeling, but obviously at the end of the day, a loss is a loss. And
it's still the same result.
Yeah,
but
we have to get on the other side of that.
Yeah, and really, there's no moral victories.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel good, like you can applaud the effort, and you're happy with that effort because that's the way we should be playing. But really, it's still a loss in the column. But you have to put on your big girl pants and move forward.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can't. I always say this, like, you know, it's such a cliche. You're going to win or you're going to learn. You've heard it from everyone, everywhere, but it's the truth. Like, you can't just get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we learn a little bit more about, like, executing at the end, figuring some things out and be better for it.
Yeah, and I think we learned, Ashland's a good team.
Yep.
And I think we learned that we were down 16 at halftime and we could come back, even against a really good
solid team.
Yeah. So I just feel like we have learned, but I'm tired of learning. Like, we need to win now. Like, we've learned 6 times. So, like, I don't know how many more times we can learn. So we have to, like, just get over that hump, you know, and win those games.
For sure. What are you most excited about getting the PSAC play? You've been saying, like, you've been itching.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you've
I'm
been
super
itching.
excited.
I can't remember the last time you've been itching like this to get in the PSAC
Well,
play.
I feel like we've played an extremely hard non-conference schedule. Like, this is the hardest non-conference we've had ever. So I'm just excited to see us in conference with teams we know a little bit better, with all this 9 games of experience already, right? Like, we were a super new team at the beginning, and I feel like now we have 9 games of experience before we even start our conference. And like what I told the team today, everybody in conference is 0-0, right? Like, everybody's season is 0-0 right now. So for us, it's like a new start. Like, obviously, and I know Trinity said, like, our record isn't where any of us want it to be, like players, coaches, anybody. But this is kind of like a new start for us because
a rebirth.
This is the beginning of conference play. And at the end of the day, like, our first goal was always to compete for a conference championship.
Yep.
So, like, for us, this is the start of that.
Yep. And in Bloomsburg, tell me your thoughts on us going out there, getting ready to start with a team that we don't see 2 times. You know, a team, I feel like it's been forever since we played them since last year.
I know.
It does. It's crazy. For some reason, when we play on the West side, like, I feel like IUP, we know so much, like Edinburgh. And don't get me wrong, we know a lot about our common opponents out east, but it's different, don't you think?
Yeah,
it feels like it's been so long since we played.
Yeah, it does. I could hardly remember that game. We
Until
had to
you
look it
rewatch
up,
it.
and remember it. But, you know, they're always a solid team. They have, 5 or 6 kids that play a lot of the time, and they're just solid. Like, they are just
pass the ball well.
They can shoot. They do what they're supposed to do, right?
Yep.
They don't make many mistakes. I feel like anytime we play them, it's a good game.
It's always a good game.
It's always a good game. I can remember a few years ago coming down to Deja's free throws. I remember last year we were down big at halftime. We came back. It's always, and then you can go way back. I remember the Bloomsburg games of the national championship.
Best game I've ever been a part of.
Yeah,
that is my all-time game that I thought was just so well played in my whole career.
Yeah, they're always solid, right? So I feel like, we have to come in and we have to execute. We've talked about that a lot. But we have been tested. So I am,
Excited
I am
and ready.
way more confident now than I was if you would have asked me probably a week ago, right?
Yep.
Like if we're going to execute, if we're going to be able to do that. So yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited to go away. I know we've been on the road a ton.
Road warriors, baby.
Yeah, we've had more overnight trips already this year than we've probably had in the past 2 years combined. We've been away and overnight. So I think that we've learned how to do that. Like we learn what it's like to be on the road. We learn what it's like to not get a shoot around. Like we just kind of are going with the flow. Speaking
of being on the road, what's it like to be a roommate of yours truly? Me and Amy Gumbert, Coach Gumbert and me, we are share bed buds.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get your solo bed to yourself on the road. I guess that's the what you get for being the head coach, the boss. What's it like sharing a room with your buddies?
Yeah, no, I feel like when we go away, like we just laugh. Obviously, when it's time for basketball, it's time for basketball. But we sit there and we watch whatever game's on TV and we just laugh and you usually fall asleep and Gum and I laugh and then you guys snore and then I go to bed.
I feel bad for you. I don't even know how you make it through a night because I literally gag myself from snoring. Like viewers out there, if I'm supposed to get a sleep study, no one will call me back. I can admit that. Like, it has to be bad. I don't know how you get sleep.
Yeah, it actually doesn't bother me at all. But I feel like one of the kids, like we get to go away and hang out with our friends. So
yeah, I feel like
it's really fun.
Actually, I feel like I returned to my youth.
Yeah, it's a good time. Like obviously, like I said, when it's time to do the scout or watch film. But other than that, like I think we have fun on the road.
Oh my goodness,
we have a good time. Yeah.
I have a great time. I enjoy you being my roommate, you and Coach Gum. We always have a good time. And I think there's one thing that I think it's cool about, like, being on the road too is like, we get to see our players here when they come into our office, when they come into practice. But you know what? Honestly, they're on their own for class, for meals, for different things. So we see them obviously every day for a long period of time. But when you're on the road, you see them morning to night. Yeah. And I think that's kind of cool to be around them and see them more outside of basketball because realistically, when you're on the court and you're competing at a high level and you're competing every day, you don't maybe get necessarily everyone's personality like during that time. It's kind of nice to see our players off the court a little bit more.
Yeah, it is. And this will be our first trip with the men, so we'll see. We got a packed bus coming.
Whoa, man, packed bus.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it's always fun to go on the road. Like, obviously, I miss my own children, but other than that, it's really a fun time.
Yep. All right, and so as we close out the show and as we, get ready for the upcoming games, we have, from my understanding, let me get my head wrapped around this, we have Bloom coming up on Saturday, and then we have a whole week.
Finals week.
And then we have Robert Morris on the road, so road. Then we have home versus Ship.
Home versus Malone.
And then again. On the road, Locke and Mansfield, and then we head out.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow. So we still have a few more games. I mean, we still have like a solid schedule before we head out for Christmas break, which is coming up, and December is here, and it's the 4th. Elf on the Shelf has been in your house and ready to go.
The elf has arrived.
I don't know how that elf gets there and gets ready every night, but I'm sure those elves are real busy. Tell me about your favorite thing about coming up for the holidays, like for the viewers personally. I'm sure it's really super fun with kids.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Christmas to me is my favorite holiday. It always has been, but now with having kids, just seeing them enjoy Christmas is
the joy.
Oh my gosh.
It's so fun. They like fired up for the elf?
Yeah, every day. They can't wait.
Yep, they just so excited.
Can't wait to see what those elves are doing.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I would be excited.
We have the elf tracker at night too, so we have to go to bed at a certain time because if the elves are too close,
then they can't come.
They can't come. You have to go to bed.
I didn't know that you could track elves. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yep, we track them every night.
Oh, that is genius.
Yeah.
That is smart. Technology can really, I mean, the fact that now, are they coming from the North Pole or are they coming from
They're all over. I don't know. Yeah. They're usually in like Europe when I see them. But they're on their way.
They must be fast.
They are on their way.
From Europe to the United States.
They just have to go right over the ocean. They are here. So it's like about 30 minutes.
Across the pond.
That's it.
Yeah, man, they are quick, those elves. Well, we are in the holiday spirit here at CalU. We're going to finish up the show, but for our holiday season, we'd love for you to join us on CUTV to watch the games that are web streamed. You can find them online on our calendar and our schedule. We would love to have your support during this wonderful holiday season. And until next time, go Vulcans.